Hey everyone, so I am back today and not just alone, I have a guest. So I am here with my friend Alanna. She has a blog and YouTube channel under the wonderful title Classy on the Run. We have been friends for so many years now, and I will link our video that we did together below so you can get kind of our larger introduction there. But I will let her introduce herself now.
Hi there, my name's Alanna, and I blog and I YouTube, but lately a lot more on YouTube, and it's called Classy on the Run. I love talking about beautiful luxury makeup, handbags, fashion. When we're not in the global pandemic, I love to travel and talk about travel. And I love beautiful things. I love classic and elegant and things that are great for work and just for the busy woman on the go, whether you're a mom, whether you're a student, whether you are a young professional. I think we all want to look like the best versions of ourselves. And so that is what I really focus on my channel, is just how to look beautiful in your everyday life. I did a video on my channel where we talked about COVID-19 and quarantine and staying home and the economy and shopping. And we had so much fun that we thought we'd do it again. This time Madeline's took the topic and we are talking about the 90s and nostalgia. So this is just a really fun video talking about some just kind of bigger topics than you typically get in a makeup tutorial or a vanity tour or whatever video it is that you're watching. So yeah, definitely check out my channel, and we have a lot of fun doing these, and a few people watched the last one, so we're just gonna keep doing it.
Might as well. I know it actually really boosts my mood to talk to somebody about like frivolous stuff now. Just makes life feel a little bit more normal, and also an excuse to get dressed up in like a 90s outfit.
But still finding the depth in the frivolous things.
I know, right?
You know?
Getting back to our roots, how about? Our topic today of discussion was sparked by a recent Insta story that I did. My handle is Madeline_DM, so check it out, follow along.
Adorbs.
Thank you. And I've been loving going through the old photos. So I had on this ridiculous outfit with like the smallest sunglasses known to man that were fit for like a Tour de France bike rider.
Or Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Right? The queens. So I was feeling very fab, and it honestly made me think about all of those incredible memories from our childhood. So we were both born in the 90s, kind of grew up throughout the early 2000s, and there were some good and kind of cringy, but mostly good beauty and fashion moments. So today I'm going to explain my look to you real quick. I did like a shimmer frost eyeshadow from lash all the way to brow because the glow never stops in the 90s. I tried to keep my brows pretty streamlined because there's no way I will get the tadpole brow back.
I was going to say, you got a little too much hair in the brow there. You got to really just pluck it all.
This is 20 years of growing. I'm kidding. This is like at least 10 years of growing them back after I decided to take a tweezer to the brows.
One thing I'll ever say, I really appreciate that my mom never let me over pluck my brows. She never let me touch them. She took me to the fancy salon known to man, Carl Baker Visage.
Actually, though, great makeup, great people, love it.
Before I went to benefit, they were the ones doing my brows, like so as a high schooler.
Yes, that is pretty key. I feel like growing up in a small town, I grew up in Sarnia for 7 years. Everything was DIY. So it was the YMCA and then your bathroom with your sisters. So we had some good times. But yeah, so I did like some boxer braids. It's like a reverse braid. Quite pleased that the scrunchie is back.
Yes. And available on Amazon at such good prices.
I know, mine is Anthropology from my sister Lauren, and it's the elevated scrunchie with a little tie, so you kind of look like very Sud de la France when you wear it.
I have also some of those and are from Amazon.
My sister had the sparkly lip gloss, the 2 gelled pieces of hair, and the bun like faux hair wrap thing going on for a good amount of time. So this is bringing back the memes, Alanna. Can we talk about our headband obsession? Because that's also a beauty/fashion trend that I'm all for right now.
I'm living for it.
The big headbands. And look, we have matching.
Wrong one. My 2 favorites are the pearl one. Subscribers to my channel see this one a lot lately.
It matches your background.
And this one from Reitman's. I'm obsessed.
So cute.
This was a 3-pack on Amazon.
Oh,
And
nice.
I hate this one. I think it's kind of bleh.
It is so Kate Middleton.
So one thing I thought we should talk about
Mhm.
was lip smackers. Now, lip smackers.
I'm so happy.
I honestly attribute that to why I'm a blogger now. And that is because I collected those things like a fiend when I was a kid. I was just collecting them, like every scent, even if I didn't like the scent, flavor, color, whatever, had to have them. They all basically look the same, but I just had to have all of them. It's not like when I bought my first eyeshadow palette that I was like, oh, I have to have them. But I definitely think those like collecting, hoarding type tendencies followed me through to my side hustle hobby thing as a blogger.
It makes me very pleased when I like something, but maybe it's not like gonna make it into my daily routine. I'll use it here and there, and then I'll give it to my mom or sisters, and then I'll see it like a few months later and it's almost done. I feel like fulfilled, you know? So that's been great having those.
I love nothing more than giving makeup to a friend and then her telling me like, oh, I gave this one to my mom and this to my sister and that to my sister. I'm like, great,
like,
keep it up. I remember feeling very grown up after once I started to graduate away from lip smackers. Getting it was a really skinny tiny strawberry kiwi scented lip gloss.
Yeah.
Like not a balm, like a gloss. And I was like,
the clear gloss.
I was like, who's a grown up?
They were very, very good. I had, I think maybe like 1 or 2 of them, but yes, that green strawberry kiwi one, I feel like we all had to have that.
Finding out that Bonnie Bell was owned by Lip Smacker. One of my first eyeshadow palettes was this frosted pink and white quad from Bonnie Bell. My mom had it.
So good.
I used it a few times. I was just like, this like eyeshadow cannot get better than this. And then I got it myself.
I know. It reminds me of the Mary-Kate and Ashley products. Have you ever, like, did you ever buy those?
Like, I probably had 1 or 2, but I wasn't, like, obsessed with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Okay.
There was too much room in my heart taken up by the greatest style icon of all, Liz McGuire.
Oh, boy. So
and
I was...
by Hilary Duff.
You know what? Yeah, so I was not into the Hilary Duff because I did not watch Disney Channel. I would have.
Leave now.
I didn't get the channel. I was deprived.
You can... I thought we were friends. You can just leave now.
I was deprived of Disney. I could watch it like on Saturday mornings only. So I did watch her movie. What was like the Lizzie McGuire movie? Good Times.
Paulo.
I was definitely into Full House. So the Olsen twins were a staple, and I would go over to Target because Sarnia is very close to the border. It was like you could get all sorts of goodies there, like the perfumes, the body splashes.
Remember high school smelling like Axe?
Oh geez, like the deodorants always looked like they belonged in like a confectionery store. Like they were always just too much. Did you have blow up chairs or fuzzy pillows?
What if I had a fuzzy pillow on my blow up chair?
That is actually goals. I would get like my hair would be staticky like out to here every time I would like lay on my blow up pillow or couch, and then it would promptly like make a hole and start to slowly deflate.
Do you remember those 2 things? One, do you remember those teen magazines? I don't know if they still exist, like J14, and then it would have like all the celebrity face. I'd be like, who's Nick Jonas's like date? Or like which Jonas brother will you marry?
I know, at like the Teen Choice Awards, it's like biggest event of the year.
Warren Best. And then there'd be like those posters of like Chad Michael Murray that you could like put up in your room.
The centerfold posters. I was honestly not much of a poster person because like I kind of had them, but my parents were pretty serious about keeping the walls like kind of pristine. So I would just like have a little scrapbook of all my favorite cutouts. Still have it. Still going strong.
Scholastic Book Fair.
Oh my gosh, that was on my list.
Monthly like newsletter. I remember one time there was like a blow up chair in the Scholastic.
Oh my god! Wow, that is
reading a chair for you to read on.
Exactly, it promotes good reading habits.
And I always remember like I had to get a book every month. I mean, if my
Yes.
mother loved me and wanted me to be literate, I needed books.
Exactly.
So of course I had to do them this way.
The only
And
sensible way, through the catalog.
also Sears catalog at Christmas.
Yes.
But I
Book.
remember, did you ever read the Dear Canada books? They're basically these like American diaries.
Oh,
And
really?
it was the Canada take on them, and it'd be like, like a modern pioneering girl, like Molly like McCoy,
Yeah.
struggles helping support her family while her dad is shipped off to war. I kind of wonder what a like COVID-19 book of that style would look like.
I know. I know that's very like Hudson's Bay Company of them too.
I mean, everyone's out there like making their own bread from like sourdough. Like basically the world is filled with modern pioneering women right now.
Exactly. I'm mending my clothes. I've got
One Zoom call at a time.
I'm polishing my shoes.
Beautiful.
Tell me about your glitter diaries. How has glitter played a role in your life growing up and now?
The Dollarama that still exists in the same store by my grandparents' old house. So it was a byway. That sold off-brand Beanie Babies. I had several. It was a byway, and then it was a buck or two, and then it was a buck or more, and now it's a Dollarama. Back in my day, when it was a buck or two, I had body glitter. I had all the glitters.
Well, I tried to do my makeup quite chill, actually, in a way that could have been actually like 90s. So I did like my eyeshadow first, and then I just did like, my brows and whatnot. And then I did my foundation almost as like a final step before blush and contour, mind you. But I just did like a really light layer of foundation mixed with my primer. So it kind of thinned it out a bit. But I feel like back when we were growing up, like putting on a thick layer of foundation was not really common. Like people would just use those little lipstick tubes of concealer, and it would just be like 1, 2, 3, blush, sunny bronzer, good to go.
Today we live in a world where I think some people feel the need to always be camera ready. Like, think about it. We can take a picture of anything. We can take a selfie of anything. We can like, be in a friend's Snapchat or a friend's TikTok, like as a surprise that day. And so, and I also think that, people see like bigger famous YouTubers who constantly have all the makeup on. And I think that they sort of lose sight of every day. Back in our day, cell phone cameras weren't a thing. Like, and if they were grainy and terrible. Like, it's not like you were always going to be recorded in that moment. Photos, my grandma would have like a film roll that her camera could only take 24 pictures before she had to get a new one. Right now, like I could just be like, hi.
24 selfies and then choose one.
And then choose one and then keep all the others anyways. And so I think that people feel the need to be more done now.
Well, it's funny because I think too that idea, I think it was Bobbi Brown in one of her like first makeup tutorials I watched. She was like, focus on your good skin and like make that shine. Like, don't worry about covering the parts of your face that look good, which for some people is like every part of their skin. So you could just add a little bit of blush and eyeshadow.
I'm doing another 90s hairstyle.
Rocket girl. Oh my gosh. Why does this bun make you look like you're pageant ready? Or like Marie Antoinette. That is like next level volume. That's the scrunchy look right there. Okay, my sister had this camera called the iZone, and it had like, it was like an Instax, like instant camera, but it had
like, was it like long and skinny?
Yes.
I had that.
Those were precious. So to go along with our platform sandals, that camera made memories happen. The trends that were cool for the guys, like the baggy, sweatsuits and like the oversized windbreakers and whatever, are now like for the girls, it seems like. Those giant running shoes. Good for like ankle support, but not exactly my thing right now.
We were chatting earlier about like the flip-flops that fell apart.
Oh boy.
So we were at Ontario Place when I was a kid, and my flip-flop broke. Like, it flipped its last flop. And
flipped out. It flipped out.
Well, I walked barefoot.
That's gross.
Through Ontario Place when it was a theme park. and we came across the first shoe option.
Do tell.
Oh no, I'm going to show and tell.
Oh boy. Crocs.
And I still have them like a decade later. I don't know if you found this in quarantine. I find myself listening to a lot of 90s music. I'm like Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC.
This is aging me, but I was like really rocking out to some Elton John. He is fun. I've had some good dance parties to Elton John.
I liked him a lot more when I found out that like he was involved in The Lion King. Also, can we just say that the new version of The Lion King took a masterpiece and then ruined it? Basically?
It's very hard with these new like fancy Disney movies. I feel like it sometimes loses that like emotional essence of the old ones. Like I don't feel emotional watching the new ones. It's kind of like, oh wow, cool CGI, but yeah, it's not exactly the same vibe. So what was your favorite store when you were growing up?
Ardeen's.
So
I liked Claire's. My problem with Claire's is that, well, one, I had my ears pierced there and they fucked it up.
Oh dear.
One of my ear piercings like crooked. I would look at the Claire's pricing, but they always had the US, Canadian, and Euro pricing on it.
Right.
And so I always felt like I was getting ripped off, whereas Ardeen's always had like a wall that'd be like 3 for $10 or like 3 for $15 or 3
or
for
like
$20.
12 for $4. Like
yeah, or whatever. But it was all, to me, I was like, oh, what a deal.
I know.
And then they had the surprise bags.
I never got those. Once I think I got a surprise bag as a loot bag. Talk about best birthday party ever.
Okay.
So that was
loot bags very seriously.
Loot bags were a thing. Oh God, remember those like jelly hands that you would like slap on the wall?
Yes, I mean I filled my loot bags. I always tried to make it my goal to have like the best loot bags.
Ooh,
I'd go to like a buck or two, and I'd get like those sparkly hair gels we were talking about. I put those in there, like feathery pens. Like I really tried.
Pens with like ridiculous feathers on the
end.
end.
Like on top and stuff.
Those were the thing.
Yeah. Like
okay, can we talk about like pencil cases as like a fashion statement? Is this going to become not a thing anymore with tablets?
Kids have to learn how to write.
That's true. I feel like the pencil case industry has taken a bit of a turn for the worst, but you never know. Once I got a TNA pencil case, talk about luxe.
Fancy.
That's when I started working and I would buy my own things. So good times.
So you just splurged.
I know, but it was like, oh my gosh, buying a new like Space Maker pencil case.
Yes. One thing that makes me really sad is I feel like when we were tweens, we were like awkward sausage potatoes wearing like just not flattering, like very childlike clothing.
Tearaways
and like kids these days. And I don't mean to be like kids these days, but I just really feel like they're looking up to like Kylie Jenner and Kendall and are just trying to look like adults.
I know.
Still kids.
My colleague was buying like an $88 Kylie lip kit for her daughter for Christmas.
Clearly that's why she's a billionaire.
What the hell? It's like, crazy.
No hate on, like, I mean, good for Kylie. Like, she has taken that trend to the bank.
She found her spot.
And, I saw an interesting video that, she always felt like Kendall had, like, each of her sisters had their thing and she had nothing. Like, not that she didn't have, like, she had things. Like, obviously her family was well off. But, like, it's like Kendall was the model and, like, Kim was, like, the original. And Kylie was just kind of, like, one of the little sisters.
Interesting.
And she kind of, like, found, I don't know. So, good for her. But, like,
she found her footing.
I just feel just really sad that, like, I feel like teens today aren't going to be collecting lip smackers. They're going to be collecting, like, Huda, like, ultra matte powder lipsticks or whatever.
Yeah, I know. And the whole, like, having that designery thing, I feel like wasn't really crazy important when we were younger, but I think the
Bonnie
whole, like,
Bell was designer, okay?
Oh my gosh, Kate, like finding the next best $3 like shimmer bronzer was
sometimes I'd splurge and I'd spend like $6. Kids go from like kid to adult and there isn't really like a teenage moment.
I feel like when I'm looking back at photos, I would wear like my skirts were never short enough because they were they were like mid-thigh, but I just needed them to be like a little bit more mini. So you roll up the skirt, you wear the little like jean shorts. Those jean shorts, the low ride jean shorts, they were like a belt of jean.
Yeah.
How
I
did
had
we
all
do
these
that?
Hollister shorts. I saw a picture of myself in high school at Wonderland, and I was wearing my, normal shorts, which were low-rise Hollister short shorts with a
Wow.
tank top. And I was just like looking at them and I was just like,
How?
wow. And I just wonder, like, when we do have a teenage daughter, are we going to be like, are you wearing that outside?
Well, things haven't changed too much. Like, I see the outfits that are literally leggings and don't bend down in those leggings, plus a bra. I'm like, I think you left like your second layer at home. That's
I do
underwear.
see some of those on Insta. And then I think, like, am I old? Am I crotchety? Like, am I like
Let them have it.
Like, I
They're
mean, you
building
know
the
what?
time
Like,
in your life.
people can dress how they want, but I just kind of wonder, like, when we have like a 14-year-old daughter who is showing a little too much skin, and we're
I
like,
know.
honey, like, are you forgetting your shirt? Like, are they gonna be like,
Would.
this is how everybody dresses?
Stuart would.
Oh my God, Stuart is a dad to a teenage daughter. I die. I die. When I was a tween,
Yeah.
and I became blessed earlier in life. My mom would have me shop at Reitman's, and I hated it because Blue Notes was for high schoolers.
Yeah.
And so there wasn't really anything serving that like mid-age range, I
For
felt
sure.
really well. And so my mom took me to Reitman's, and I always resented having to go there. I thought everything was frumpy and ugly and old and like gross, and it was just awful. Like, it was just awful. And then when I was in university, I guess I was still kind of scarred from my experience shopping at Reitman's as a tween, and so I just refused to go there because I was too cool for Reitman's. And then once I started working, I was walking through the mall and I saw this really cute blazer and this cute little blouse. So I went in, I tried it on, and it was at Reitman's. And now, like, I go to Reitman's every quarter. Every
Nice.
season, I buy myself. I spend about $200. I wait for a sale. I got like 5 or 6 pieces to just kind of spruce up my spring wardrobe.
That's awesome.
And now I'm just like, love Reitman's. I'm a Reitman's girl. This shirt is Reitman's. I think it's super cute. I love it.
It is.
It's kind of slouchy. It's like
classy.
it's cute. I love it. Love wearing it. It's almost getting too warm to wear it, but that's okay because I made a big order. So my Reitman's is coming in next week.
Awesome.
And then I wonder, like, did Reitman's become cool or did I get old?
Did Reitman's get a new designer, or are you now in the age bracket?
And maybe I'm just now in the age bracket that they were always trying to market to. Because now I look at shirts and I'm just like, it's cute and modest and feminine and classy and it fits well. But you know what's great? They have a great diversity of sizes.
Well, isn't it ridiculous when you go to some stores and it looked like the clothes look fabulous on a hanger, and then you put it on and it's like, wow, turns out us humans are not the size of a hanger. Like, we kind of go in different directions and we have to sit.
And then we have to reach things.
I know. So it's good to find clothes that are unlike the tank top days where it was literally like a piece of paper that we would wear.
So
Find stuff that actually fits.
I made some comment on my channel being like, oh, I really like that it's modest. And they were like, someone was like, oh, well, like, I didn't know that you were like religious. Like, is it like a religious thing? And it's like, no, like, an interest in, like, I don't know. I don't really like to think of like modest fashion. Because when I think of like modest fashion, I think of like skirts that always go past the knees, or like, you know, shirts that always cover your elbows, or like
no spaghetti straps.
You know, and I don't really have rules for myself like that. But like, I like to be covered. I like to be comfortable. I like to be classy and put together. And it kind of makes me sad that that has to be described as modest.
I know, you wanna be able to like run for the subway and not have a button pop, or like,
you know, I want to do
make
crazy
a decision.
Things, sit in the boardroom with my boss and not like, you know,
is my bra showing?
Yeah, or I want to be able to like talk to a client and have them take my ideas seriously and
not be distracted.
It kind of makes me sad that like that's not just like normal. Like, I felt like I needed to describe it as modest.
Well, it's funny because fashion trends don't exactly go in line with that. So I feel like after trying all those fun little trends when we were younger, it's like figuring out what actually suits us. Now I really just overlook some of the trends, like the giant sneakers or like the tube top or like the
Or
return
the
of,
fuzzy coat thing.
oh my God, the teddy bear coat. Not for me. It's just not what I like would wear often or wear in my
Like, I
professional
couldn't
life.
imagine posting a picture of myself. Like, I'm wearing Victoria's Secret leggings right now. I love
Yeah.
them.
Mhm.
But I couldn't imagine posting a picture of myself wearing this and just a sports bra.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
I know, even in workout classes, I need to wear a top. And it's just kind of what you grow into feeling comfortable in, right? And
yeah,
there's,
for sure.
yeah. Let's switch gears and move
Okay.
into our like hair segment as you put on your Kate Middleton fabulous hairpiece. Did you ever have the hair wrap, like the friendship bracelet around your hair?
Funny you should ask that. So I had one done. There's two I want to talk about.
Okay.
One was very 90s, one was very 2000s.
Nice.
So I had it done at Wonderland, and I
Mm.
wanted to get pinks and blues and whatever. And my dad allowed me to get one, which was like, whoa, Dad.
Nice.
Splurge. But my cousin was getting married at the end of the summer or early in the fall or something. So he made me match it to my outfit that I was wearing there. So it had like more oranges and pinks. But I felt like it was like right here.
Wow.
And my second one, when I was working at a summer camp, because camp's a weird place, really.
It's a whole new world. I never went to summer camp, but
okay.
I
Well,
can
I was
imagine.
working at camp, and it was my day off, and I don't even know who we found this place, but one girl had these like feathers that were like perma clipped into her hair.
I made my own out of like craft feathers because I didn't go get those. Yes.
So again, I had feathers like here.
So fun.
And I thought I was like the coolest.
I know that was definitely like an early 2000s kind of trend, or like 2008 or something. But
yeah, I didn't get a boyfriend out of it at camp. I tried, but
those were, you know what, accessorizing the hair was fun because I feel like we both never really dyed our hair.
I've never dyed my hair ever.
Yeah, I've only ever done like lighteners. Speaking of, Sun-In and Jergens Natural Glow are two of my vanity staples still, and they just keep getting better. So
I have used Sun-In in the past.
Yeah.
But I have never used hair dye.
Yeah.
And I am getting to the point where, okay, so I'm kind of conflicted because I love my natural color, and I know that I wouldn't be able to get this from a bottle. But I also know that I am slowly getting old.
I know,
and eventually there might be some accessories in my hair that match my ring, let's put it that way.
I like, you know what, I feel like you could even do just like a targeted treatment if you have some changing pigment in the hair.
So I'm like inching towards that.
Yeah.
I'm not fully there yet, but I think when that comes, I would just do some highlights or something. I don't know.
True. Could
like
blend
I do
it in.
a little something.
Yeah.
But like as you can see, like it's not like I have like roots coming. Like it's not a problem where it's like everywhere. It's like I've got like a little here,
targeted,
a little there.
Yeah,
but I feel like
that
could be solved with some like ombre highlights here.
Yeah, or do like the brush in color. Like if you find one that's the same as your hair, you could just spot treat per se.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet, but.
Or how about you just bring back our favorite like spray can of hot pink and just shoot it right there.
But you know, Moroccan Oil, when they came out with those little
masks,
masks.
How did that go? The temporary hair color masks.
So I did champagne. It didn't do anything on my hair, but I think my hair's a little darker. Like it's my hair's like that weird. It's not blonde. It's not brown. It's not red. It's depending how
like a strawberry brown blonde.
Strawberry brown. I like to call it Ukrainian blonde. I don't want to try the pink one.
I should probably try it too. When has there ever been a better time to relive our 90s dreams of having pink hair?
It's not permanent. I've never dyed my hair, and like, what's work gonna do? Fire me? It's not like I'm Steve Lyons.
Yeah, you can hide it. Just tuck it. Wear a headband. It's like my second day hair staple. Just pull back the the grease. Kate, it looks really good on you.
I just wish it didn't puff out so much.
I know. That's why I only have the ones with the knot at the top, because I feel like it kind of gives me the right height. Wow, I look like one of those Russian dancers right now with the braids.
Okay, but I have this one, which I also got at Reitman. So I got 2 at Reitman's and 3 on Amazon.
Nice.
And here's why I'm conflicted. I think in real life, like if we were hanging out, this looks super cute. The problem is in my YouTube videos, it makes my head look pointy. And because it's
Yeah.
dark, it's not like as forgiving as, say, this one, which is also from Ray-Bans with the
Yeah.
flower. And I
More
think
color
because,
is better.
right, like it just doesn't look as
Hmm.
pointy.
Yeah, it stands out in the right way.
Yes. So this one
Awesome.
I'm friggin' obsessed with.
Oh, so good. I feel like what's changed too with our like style and products and like veering back to beauty for a minute. Back in the day, like the body splashes and like the herbal essences, like shampoos and stuff, I feel like we treasured those things because now we have access to literally everything from every corner of the world, like hello globalization. I feel like before you would just go to the store or see something new in a magazine on paper and
Like,
then like go buy it, you know? So I'm trying to kind of get back to that discovering
yeah,
old things, you
I
know?
wish I could have the joy in a new product that I had as a tween. So, okay, I was recently sent this palette, Born This Way, The Natural Nudes by Too Faced.
Oh,
I want to
nice.
disclaim it. This is a beautiful product. I love it. I think it's so pretty. I've recommended it to people. Like friends in real life have bought this because I told them to. But
Let's
it's
see
like
it.
I open it and I'm like, oh, that's cute. Nice. But it's
Standard.
like objectively it's beautiful. Like you've got like a rose gold and bronzy
Mm-hmm.
gold and like a soft gold and mattes. Like this is an objectively beautiful palette.
I know, it's like the best it gets.
But I'm just like, oh, that's nice. Cool.
We become desensitized.
Yes. So desensitized. And like I also think that people feel the need to have their makeup done more
True.
because in every pocket you have a really good camera. Like when I had the Motorola Razor and
Ooh.
then I also had the Motorola like side flippy phone.
Did you have a sidekick style phone?
I did.
That is Gossip Girl dreams right there, the sidekick. Oh,
Right?
lucky
Like
girl.
those ones took terrible photos, first of
I know.
all.
They were
And
so
then
grainy.
second of all, it's like now it's like every moment for teens can be put on Insta, Snapchat, TikTok, Insta stories, like
Like
probably apps I haven't even heard of.
HD video always.
And it's like as a kid, if my grandma was taking a picture, her camera only took 24 pictures and then she needed to put a new roll in. The products are better. Like
Yeah.
makeup has gotten a lot better.
You know, I used to always go to the Body Shop. I feel like they were the most amazing. Them and Clinique had like that middle tier, like everyday designer dupe kind of makeup. So that
Okay.
was definitely my go-to. They still have amazing stuff, both brands, but I would always wear like Gap clothes and Roots, Gap and Roots, and then I would have my Aeropostale for like fancy days. I'd wear like my Body Shop eyeshadow and like Clinique if I'm feeling real fancy. So
I remember getting my first piece of Hollister and Abercrombie and just being like, I'm so fashionable.
my grandmother was, this is 2000s now, but she was mind boggled when we were buying jeans that had holes in them. She's like, you don't
Hey,
realize how long I like would fix your mother's jeans to not look like that.
and
Are
you're
you buying
like,
them like?
it's fashion.
She was visibly angry about us spending over $100 on those.
So it's like Great Depression poverty,
Oh
but
God.
make it fashion.
It's
Like
like a new take on grunge.
two things that really bring me back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in the green and pink tube.
OG.
That was my mom's. She recommended it to me. And I think like I wonder what it'll be like for girls growing up now who they don't need to get recommended makeup from their moms
Mm-hmm.
because they have all of the knowledge of makeup on YouTube to be recommended.
Exactly.
Right? But like my mom recommended that one. She helped me buy my first one and she wouldn't let me buy it in black. It had to be in dark brown.
Oh, softer. Way
Soft,
softer.
less grown up. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember the first time I put on black mascara, I was like, watch your man. Like,
That's awesome.
but that, yeah, I'd say that like just really brings me back. And then honestly, like the old Mary Kay packaging, it was like this like pink little like rounded square thing with like a domey thing. Had a little mirror, smelled very powdery. Those of you who've been on my channel, if you're checking out this video, you guys know that I only get texts and phone calls when I'm filming videos. I will pick like an hour and a half and film like 4 videos. And that's the only time other people want to talk to me.
It's like all of a sudden, you're popular.
I think everyone has like a Mary Kay moment with their mom. Like And Mary Kay's done such a good job at staying relevant and staying fresh and still having great products.
Yeah, like I never really had Mary Kay. I did go into my grandmother's washroom, like the one in the basement that looks pristine and is like never used. They had perfumes on display. I clearly got it from somewhere. And they were all like vintage Avon. And I was
So fun.
amazed because I really, really love the quality of Avon. And now I love how it's not exclusively like a catalog brand like Mary Kay. You can go on their website. They have amazing quality stuff. And you
I
can just,
love their lipsticks, and I actually love their skincare.
yes, very good. And not crazy expensive. Like we were talking about the drugstore prices just being exorbitantly more than is reasonable now.
Discuss that for a minute. So, okay, on my channel, I talk mostly about luxury beauty. And I sort of define luxury as if it's sold at Sephora, if the price point or product is sold at Sephora or better, right? So like Holtz, Nordstrom, whatever, like
like
beauty Sephora and
style.
Not drugstore.
Right.
And first of all, with drugstore, it's like, to me, a drugstore mascara should be $7. And you're lucky if you get one on sale because like you're lucky to find
$25.
They're like $17.
Yeah.
Or more.
It's
like,
crazy.
And then, you know, it's like you're looking at these foundations that could be like $22. And I'm like, you're a drugstore product.
You can't even test it before. It's crazy.
No, you can't test it. You can't return it. The testers are usually pretty garbage. And to me, it's like, it doesn't feel like a burden to buy luxury makeup because if I'm buying a luxury piece, it's like I want it.
Yeah, it's the experience too.
And it's like the experience and packaging. Like here, okay. One of my 85,000 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. This is like $40.
Oh, yes.
And I'm not saying that $40 is not a lot of money for a lipstick. But it's like, or I could have 2 MAC lipsticks, which I like MAC a lot. Or I could have basically 2 drugstore lipsticks, maybe 3 drugstore lipsticks.
I know.
And if you gave me a choice between 3 drugstore lipsticks or Charlotte and just having one, I'd rather just have one beautiful
one designer
lipstick than like 3
I know, because I still really love, like if I'm doing a big, you know, Loblaws or Shoppers haul, like I'll go through the beauty section if I need like $7 more.
I like looking.
Yeah, because that being said though, the times where I have just like taken something off the shelf just by looking at the packaging or the claims, it has always sucked. Like I got this Rimmel lip liner that was just terrible because I didn't do like the research that I would have done. It's like I'm researching for a final paper every time I need to buy something at the drugstore. It's like hours upon hours of looking at reviews, and then I know what I can get.
And to me, it's like at those price points, usually if you're willing to spend $10 more, you're at Sephora. Like, you know,
you're getting like,
or you're in the prestige section, Shoppers, right? Like,
so
it's like, why would I want to spend, I don't know, $17 on a drugstore mascara when for like 28 is the price point, I think, for Benefit.
Exactly. It's so much better.
You know, and so it's like some people might say, yeah, you're saving $10. And I'm like, yeah, but for $10 more, I get something actually good.
I know, and like usually a lot more life out of the product, or it'll last longer in your collection, or
and it'll look better. And I don't know. There's a few drugstore products I like. I love the Physicians Formula bronzer, but like, and I love Pixi products, but Pixi is like, and Physicians Formula really are at that weird point where it's like they're in the drugstore, but their price point is like either the most expensive drugstore product or the cheapest,
like luxury
tier up.
I know, it's kind of like the Body Shop makeup too. It's at that mid-range, right? But I know I always do try to find, because there are so many people, especially like growing up in a small town, I had really only been exposed to drugstore options. And you kind of have to keep those people in mind too. So I always like to still like stick with the little things I love, or like having Great Lash as an option. I saw a girl using Great Lash, like the brow gel.
That's amazing.
The clear and the black mascara the other day in a tutorial. I'm like, wow.
That warms my heart.
It's still here.
I hope people listen to her recommendations and buy them, because even though I don't buy that mascara anymore, like I want it to still exist for nostalgia purposes. So I need others to keep on buying it.
It's that staple, like I'm 10 years old and I want to wear something.
Mascara.
Right? It's like when you're 12 and need to go on stage for your ballet show. It's like, sweat that on.
Have like an order coming in from Reitman's next week.
Ooh. I may have done a cheeky H&M haul as well with some fun summer shorts. So
Ooh, short shorts, low rise.
they are not, and they are hopefully not going to be too skin tight because those days are long gone, girl.
Really digging houndstooth print.
I just bought like a set, shorts and a little jacket.
I want like a houndstooth like jacket or blazer for fall.
Love it. I'm sending you the link to what I bought. So good.
Because I'm really feeling that. I don't own anything in that print.
That'd look good on you.
I saw Chanel had a bag out recently that was sort of like a black and white tweed that was sort of houndstoothy, but like not.
Nice.
Of her double flap.
Ooh.
It was stunning. And then
So
Karl
pretty.
Lagerfeld had like an inspired by piece that was again a black and white, like kind of like a checkered tweed.
Cute.
I would like a houndstooth piece.
Yes, that'd be fun. Very, very like just ageless, iconic, forever.
Beautiful. And
Very
like
good.
I think a jacket would be perfect.
Yes.
But I'm itching for one of those. I haven't found the perfect piece yet. But I wanted to show you, I did recently pick up this little bag from Kate Spade.
Ooh.
Kate Spade surprise sale.
It's like kind of Valentino,
I filmed an unboxing. Cute. With
That's a really fun texture.
Heather.
You inspired me with the surprise sale. I got my mom a little backpack for Mother's Day.
Which one?
It's just a black one. It's like a medium-sized black bag.
And is your mom like into backpacks? Like what made you pick the backpack?
Yes, so I started like the black mini backpack trend for us like a few years ago, and it just stuck. So I like a small black backpack because you can wear it with, like a summer dress and it doesn't look terrible. So
nice.
I got her one. We needed like zips that were reliable. So, and the like leather of Kate Spade bags seems quite bulletproof.
I've been listening to a lot of 90s and early 2000s music.
So good.
I've been really enjoying it. I honestly think that today's stuff has nothing on it.
Street
Spice
Boys.
Girls.
So good.
Like I'm living for that.
I love it.
And you know what? The music, it's just more fun and like happier. Does that mean I regressed during quarantine?
I like to think of it as just nostalgia.
What I want to add before we wrap it up is that really feeds into my Disney Bachelorette we did last year. Just like
So
nostalgia
fun.
And like carefree fun.
Lip smackers, Pez.
Yes, I put all of those. So guys, just so you know, I had gift bags on all the beds for the girls when they came to the villa.
I knew you liked loot bags after that.
Yeah, guys, I friggin' lived for loot bags as a kid. It was like a competition for me to have the best loot bags in the class. These like loot bags that were something between Bachelorette for grown women and loot bag at a 7-year-old's birthday party.
Like reliable makeup wipe and ridiculous lip gloss.
Yeah, and I had like beautiful makeup and like sunscreen, like high quality products for the trip. But then I also had lip smackers, and I had like Disney Princess Pez.
I may have also gifted the Pez dispenser to my nephew, and he does not discriminate. He loves Mickey. He loves Minnie. He loves little Cinderella and Prince Charming.
I'm all for the regifting. I feel like we're living in this perpetual today where it's like there's no tomorrow. There's nothing to look forward to. Yesterday's the same as tomorrow.
It's just surviving through it and finding our little joys. So as we keep buying more things, doing more online shopping, I am that meme, like coming out of quarantine decked in all the ridiculous Amazon stuff I bought.
These videos are really fun for us to do. We did one on my channel. Check it out. It's kind of fun for us just to kind of talk and show our personalities a bit on our channel, which can be hard to do. And it's just you staring at a camera, putting on makeup. And leave some comments down below.
Tell us your favorite 90s moment. Was it a thing?
2000s or 80s?
This is great, and I can't wait to have you back on my channel again. Let's do
leave
another one.
Comments if there's another topic you want us to discuss. Like, we just want this to be like fun girl chat. We want to be like we're hanging out in our rooms and you're hanging out with us and we're having coffee and the pandemic's over and we're all just friends hanging out. That's really
it. That's the goal. Cool. Thank you, Alanna, and thank you guys for watching. And I will see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.